If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Kodak Black's team said he was drugged in jail. And is Dame Dash broke? Plus, Tory Lanez is about to drop Chixtape 5 tomorrow. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, so this is crazy, right? Because the whole situation is, I don't know if y'all remember, but last week I spoke about Kodak Black getting into a fight in jail, right? And they said there weren't a lot of details around the fight and nobody knows what happened, but that the CEO that basically had to break up the fight or was involved with the fight had to go to the hospital, right? And they said they don't know if Kodak Black was involved in the fight or not, but he was around, right? And I was like, yo, if Kodak Black was not involved with the fight, they would have just came out and said that, and they didn't. They said, well, we don't know what's going on. So I knew that meant that Kodak Black was literally involved in that fight in jail, right? But anyway, details are coming out today that, yeah, he was involved in the fight. And the whole situation is that 20 minutes before the fight even started, it seems like Kodak Black was sipping from a coffee cup, you know, drinking coffee, right? But I guess what Kodak Black's team is trying to say is somebody slipped something in his coffee cup, right? So they don't know who, why, what, where the drugs came from or whatever, but that's why Kodak Black was acting erratic, right? So basically the whole situation that happened is that, you know, a fight breaks out between Kodak Black and another inmate. The security guard or the CEO tries to hold Kodak Black back. Kodak Black bites him, like real quick, I guess, but then grabs his like balls, like literally like, and like squeezes it like a motherfucker to the point where, you know, the CEO had to go get surgery like on his genitals because Kodak Black like was squeezing the hell out of this man's balls in jail. Like, pause, but this is like really what happened, right? And whatever, right? So Kodak Black ends up in the hole, but anyway, so then he, you know, petitions to the judge to give him a shorter time because keep in mind, when this happened last week, he didn't even have his time yet, right? But then yesterday, you know, they sentenced him to 3 years and like 10 months in prison, right? So I'm guessing that Kodak Black is probably going to end up getting a little bit more time because he assaulted this corrections officer, right? And all of this is just super crazy, right? Why would anybody, first of all, want to drug Kodak Black, right? Maybe that's just how they get down in that jail, and Kodak Black knew what he was sipping. I don't know, right? You know, I don't want to, all this is allegedly right now, right? But the whole situation is just crazy. And again, you know, it's just the same thing that they say on Halloween. Like, hey parents, you better watch out in your kids' Halloween candies because you know how people like to slip drugs in your kids' Halloween candies. It's like, I hear you, right? But let's be for real. Like, who would give away free drugs, right? Like, I'm not gonna put drugs in a kid's candy and then first of all, one, that's less drugs for me. Two, I don't even get to watch them trip, right? So it's not even fun, right? So I don't know who would drug Kodak Black, right? But I guess we'll have to wait and see, right? That's all we know for now, but let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, so earlier today, TMZ reported that Dame Dash is broke, right? Now, a lot of times, a lot of rappers, even though Dame Dash is not a rapper, he's like a mogul, but he is in hip hop, a lot of rappers will act like they broke or say that they broke just so that they don't have to pay either some lawsuit that was, you know, against them or child support or whatever it is, right? So a lot of times when a rapper says they broke means nothing, right? Even if you see the money in their bank account, because I'm sure they got like a suitcase full of money in the back of their closet somewhere, right? But anyway, so Dame Dash, according to TMZ, basically was saying that he doesn't have any money because he has to pay like $2,400 to somebody for some debt that he owes, right? And it's only $2,400, so you would think that Dame Dash could afford it, but what he's saying is that he can't afford it, so he needs a little bit more time to pay it, right? He also, according to TMZ, says that he only made $56,000 last year, and that the real money that he's waiting for that will help him out or give him basically a stimulus stimulus package would be the $2 million that Lee Daniels owes to Dame Dash, right? And I don't know if y'all remember, but last year, there's a video of Dame Dash like pressing Lee Daniels like, yo, where my money? Where my money that you owe me? Where my $2 million? Because Dame Dash basically lent Lee Daniels $2 million to film a movie that Lee Daniels never paid him back, right? Dame Dash took Lee Daniels to court, and Dame Dash won in that lawsuit. So Lee Daniels has been paying, monthly payments of the $2 million towards Dame Dash, right? But TMZ also reports, and it's funny how TMZ think they know everything, right? TMZ also reports that the money that's being paid from Lee Daniels to Dame Dash is being cut off and garnished and basically intersected by Dame Dash's wife, who is getting child support or alimony or whatever, right? So that money is not coming to Dame Dash, and he's basically like, yo, I'm broke, right? But this is a crazy ass situation, because even Dame Dash responded to the story, and I'll read you the quote that Dame Dash said, right? But even before I read that to you, in my head, when I was just looking at TMZ, I'm thinking to myself, like, Dame Dash has an app, like he has a whole streaming service, and I'm sure that his money is probably caught up in that. And yeah, if we give any merit to TMZ's story, maybe Dame Dash is not making any profit right now, but after he feeds himself and his daughter and, buys some clothes and pays his bills and puts the money back into his business, but it doesn't mean that he's broke, right? Because he has revolving revenue, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so even though I thought of that on my damn own, because I know that it's impossible for Dame Dash to like literally be broke, right? Dame Dash responds. So he goes on Instagram and he posts up this picture right here, which is the screenshot of the story that TMZ was running earlier this morning, right? And basically he says, perfect example of how they always try to make a strong, independent black man look broke. This is the narrative that they push. No mention of my 24 network, my 24 networks, or my streaming service, or my galleries, just bubblegum shit, right? TMZ, y'all are corny for that, but the agenda is clear. Keep it up. I'm gonna keep making examples of y'all by winning. Y'all been saying the same thing for 12 years. Soldiers will never understand generals. There's two different languages, right? And really and truly, I agree with Dame Dash, right? Like right now, TMZ, they be in some chatty patties, right? And then why you watching another man's money, and why you watching this another man's profit, right? But put all that to the side, it's like, yo, Dame Dash is making mad business moves. So even if he doesn't have liquid cash right now, even if he doesn't have the $24 right now, it's not like, oh, dude is broke. He's making a sacrifice because he's really trying to get this whole like network and app and everything off the ground. And he has a streaming service that's very similar to like Netflix or like BET On Demand or the new shit that Disney just came out with, Disney Plus, right? So it just kind of bugs me out a little bit the way that TMZ, and sometimes they do this, man. They always try to like make you look like a sucker almost, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, yo, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, Joe, so tomorrow is November 15th, right? And I've been looking forward to this day, right? I can't even lie, right? I can't even hold you right now, right? Because Tory Lanez, like, yo, forget about Jaquise and this YK Osiris dude. Like, Tory Lanez, he's about to show y'all right now, or tomorrow, not right now. He's about to show y'all tomorrow who the real king of R&B is as far as this generation goes, right? Yeah, we recognize Trey Songz. Of course, Chris Brown is a legend. Yes, R. Kelly, even though he's locked up. Michael Jackson, right? But we're talking about who's the king of R&B of the young dudes, right? And even though Tory Lanez is not as young as like a YK Osiris or a Jaquise, right? Tory Lanez is still pretty dope. And I guess maybe like young as far as like music goes, even though he's not really that young as far as music goes either, because he's been out years before these guys. But anyway, right? Tory Lanez is about to drop Chixtape 5 tomorrow, yo. And I've only heard one song off of it. I heard the same song that y'all heard. I heard the T-Pain joint, I'm Sprung, and that song was fire. And if all the other songs, which I'm sure they are, if all the other songs on Chixtape 5 are going to be exactly like that, where he's using samples from somebody's song, but then also putting them on on the song too, then this is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be nostalgic, right? So the first thing that I saw, because just today, Tory Lanez announced the track list of Chixtape 5, right? The very first thing I saw was this picture right here, where you see it has like a bunch of like old school albums, right? An old Ashanti album, a Fabulous album, Lloyd, 112, Mario, Chris Brown, Ludacris, Snoop, Maya, Trey Songz, T-Pain, Even the Dream, right? And basically, I guess he's kind of letting us know like, yo, I am about to sample some classic songs off of these individual albums, right? And kind of include that same artist. So that was the first thing that I saw, right? Then I looked further and I saw the track list, yo. And this track list is fire. First of all, he's got 18 songs on here, right? And then like number 1, you know, it's just a skit. Number 2, he has Jagged Edge and Jermaine Dupri on there. It's called The Trade, right? And the only thing I could think of is like, I don't know, maybe he's gonna be like sample like, girl, meet me at the altar in your white dress. Like, you know, that or something like, and keep in mind, I have not heard any of this. I'm just going off of the names and like the album covers that he put up, right? Like that I could guess, like if he's gonna continue with the same kind of thing that he did with Jerry Sprunger, which is number 2 on there, right? Number 4, he's got Beauty in the Benz with Snoop, right? And I'm thinking he's probably gonna sample Beautiful, I just want you to know you're my favorite girl with Snoop Dogg and Pharrell. Like I'm telling you right now, like if Tory Lanez is about to do what I think he's about to do, then Chixtape 5 is gonna be fire, right? Blowing Minds, that's a skit, right? The Take featuring Chris Brown, Broken Promises, the Fargo Splash with Ludacris, right? I think he's gonna sample Splash Waterfalls on that, right? Love Ya Gal, Love Sounds, right? With The Dream, yes sir, number 10, right? 11, Best of You with Maya. Come on, the name of the song is called Best of You, so you know what he's about to sample, right? The Cry with Mario, Still Waiting with Trey Songz, A Fool's Tale with Ashanti, right? And I think that's gonna be like, you know, my days are cool without you, you know, with that whole Ashanti when she sampled Biggie from back in the day, right? Thoughts featuring Lloyd and Lil Wayne, If You Gotta featuring Fabulous, Room 112 featuring Slim and Nice from 112, right? And then Love You, Last Love Letter, which is also a skit, right? And if Tory Lanez is about to do what I think he's about to do, and the reason why we had to wait so long for Chixtape 5 to come out anyway is because he had to clear all these samples, right? I think that this is about to be a fire-ass album. It's probably going to be one of the best albums that come out in 2019, and Jaquez could go somewhere with that King of R&B. You know, YK Osiris could go somewhere with that King of R&B. Y'all gonna see tomorrow on November 15th who the real King of R&B really is. You know what I'm saying? But we'll have to wait and see, and it's a couple more hours until then, right? But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.